Hello everyone and welcome. This video will be talking about what is staking and how is proof of work different to proof of stake. So POW versus POS, that is the big discussion that is going around in the cryptocurrency world currently. So what is staking, and it has got a lot to do with what is POS as well. We'll get to the crux of this matter, and if you find these terms really complex and complicated in the field of cryptocurrency, then let me tell you they are not, and we will crack it down to bits and pieces and understand what all of this is. So let's start this video. To begin with, any cryptocurrency which we as users use has to be produced somewhere. It has to be manufactured somewhere, right? And in the field of cryptocurrency, it is called as mining of cryptocurrencies. So the cryptocurrencies that we are using, they need to be mined somewhere, right? They need to produce somewhere. And the person who does this is called as the miner. Now, what happens is that if you want to mine cryptocurrencies, you need a setup of a few computers. Or if you want to do it at a large scale, you need a lot of computers, right? And these computers, they work together, they are connected to each other, and they solve one complex mathematical equation. So they make the system of that cryptocurrency stronger on the blockchain. So actually they are making that blockchain stronger by solving those complex equations. And whenever one complex algorithm is solved or that issue is solved, various ways of saying the same thing, that issue is solved, then one block is created, and we understand that as one unit of that cryptocurrency is created or mined, right? Now comes the important point. All these computers which are connected together, they are actually solving the same issue, solving the same complex problem. And only one of these computers or only one of these miners is able to solve that particular issue, and in reward, if he solves it, he gets a block reward, which is like if he's mining cryptocurrency, if he's mining Bitcoin, then he gets one Bitcoin, right? In that manner. Now what is happening is all these computers, they are actually using a lot of electricity, a lot of power to solve these complex mathematical equations, right? And all of these computers, there are computers in hundreds and thousands that are using the electricity to solve the same issue. Now imagine there is a running race going on and there are 10 people running just to get that one prize, but there will only be one winner, right? Now when there will only be one winner, why are the 9 others running and spending their energy and spending their time, when in the end only one of the runners is going to get the prize or the award, right? Similarly, why are all these computers running together just to solve that one complex issue, when it will be awarded to just one computer or one miner? Getting it? So why are all these other 9 computers in this case spending so much of electricity, so much of power, and running behind the same thing? This system, wherein all these computers, all these mining entities actually are working for the same objective, this is called as proof of work. All the computers, I'm saying computers, I'm just breaking it down in the simplest language, okay? All these computers are running after the same thing and they are doing their work, and whenever somebody does that work, he gets a reward. So this is the proof that he has done that work, hence it is called as proof of work, that is POW. Now how do you solve this problem? Why are all these computers working for the same thing and only one is getting there and others are spending electricity, time and energy, all of that, right? How do we solve it? You can solve it by allowing only one miner to go for one issue or to solve one complex equation, and the others can work on something else, right? Hence, what will happen is, imagine a car being constructed, being manufactured. When a car is being manufactured, all the pieces are joining together. Somebody, not all of them are making tires, right? Not all of them are making the body. Somebody is making the tires, somebody is making the body, somebody is making the interiors, somebody is making the engine, and in the end everything is joined together, and hence people save costs, the manufacturers save costs, they also save time, right? And the efficiency increases. All right, similarly here as well, the miners need to be given special tasks, and hence the effective mining will occur, which will be speedy in nature, which will be more secure, and hence this issue and this way of working, this way of mining actually is called as POS, that is proof of stake. Now, how does POS happen and what is staking? In this proof of stake ecosystem, one particular miner is selected, right? He is selected and he is given that particular job of mining that or solving that particular algorithmic problem. All right, and if he is able to do that, then he gets the mining reward in return. Now, there is a problem to this. The problem is that if you give it to somebody, if you choose someone randomly and if you give that work to him, just imagine if he is not compatible to do it, and if he is not able to do it, and he in the process commits some kind of a fraud or something, then all your time which you have invested in that particular guy goes into waste. Imagine you give your work to somebody and he says, okay, I'll do it in 2 days, but he does not do it in 2 days. He asks for another 2 days, he does not do it in 4 days even. Then all your energy which you spent and time which you spent on that particular person goes into waste, right? Similarly, you need to have some kind of a proof that this person to whom the mining has been given, he will do it, right? You need some kind of a proof, you need some kind of a pressure on that person, right, on that mining entity, and this occurs with the help of staking. If you give the work of mining to somebody, in return you ask him to pool his cryptocurrencies, some amount of his currencies, and keep them locked. This process of locking of cryptocurrencies is called as staking. So he in fact will stake a few of his cryptocurrencies, which will be there deposited and locked, which will not be allowed for circulation. He cannot himself redeem it until and unless his task is completed. Once his task is completed, he will get that mining reward and he will also get his cryptocurrencies in return. But if he fails, right, if that proof of stake fails, then a part of that cryptocurrency which has been staked will go to the other miners who were not chosen to do that job, right? So this is how you give a proof that I will do the work, and in return you give that staking power to the cryptocurrencies. So this is how POS or staking works. Now, what are the problems over here? The first problem is that you are not, if you're staking, you're not having access to your cryptocurrencies or your assets, right? And if you want to cash it out or if you want to use it for something else, you cannot do that. All right. Also, there are various cryptocurrencies, and mining of these take a lot of time, right? So you have to lock it for a more period in that case. Now, which are the cryptocurrencies in which staking can be done? Tesos is one of them, and you can get a reward of around 3 to 4%, 5% in that range per year as a reward for your stake, right? It is actually 6%, but Coinbase is the platform which allows staking of Tesos on its platform, and it also takes a commission of around 1.5%. So it comes down to 4.5% in that case, right? Now, Cardano is also one of the cryptocurrencies on which staking takes place. So around 5 to 6% is also the mining, I mean the staking reward in that case. If you stake your cryptocurrencies, they give you a reward of around 6% per annum. Then Algo is also one of them. And the biggest of them is Ethereum. Ethereum also allows you to stake your cryptocurrencies and get staking rewards in return. So it can go up to around 12% in the case of Ethereum. Ethereum, as we know, is the biggest cryptocurrency of its kind. I mean, if you leave aside Bitcoin, which is just like, pursued just like a electronic peer-to-peer cash system, Ethereum adds more value to it. Ethereum is like, it provides a smart contract. It makes the world of cryptocurrencies work on a smart contract, right? We have discussed about this. You can refer the episodes. So Ethereum promises a lot more staking reward, but you can assume around 7 to 8% in Ethereum as well, because Ethereum 2.0 is not fully functioning right now. I mean, they are still into that dilemma of POW versus POS in the fraternity of Ethereum currently. But once that is completed, you can expect a good staking reward in Ethereum as well. So these are a few cryptocurrencies which allow staking. So staking is all about pooling your cryptocurrencies, keeping it locked for a purpose, right? You can mine it. Also, staking is used to reduce the circulation of cryptocurrencies, right? If you lock your cryptocurrencies for some time, which means that these cryptocurrencies cannot be circulated to all other people, right? Which means that the supply of that particular cryptocurrency will be reduced, because if everybody starts locking, or a decent amount is locked, the supply will be reduced. If I want to buy that particular cryptocurrency, I'll have lesser supply, right? And when there is less supply and more demand, the price of that cryptocurrency will go up. Just like any other thing in the world, if you reduce the supply, if you increase the demand of any damn thing in the world, the price will go up. So this is one tactic which the cryptocurrency owners also use. Coin burn is also one of them, and staking is one of them. So this is how we understood how different is POW to POS. The only difference is that why all of them want to run behind the same cause and spend so much of energy. That is POW. And POS says that you can be selected. And how do you get selected in POS? That is also important. If we say that you will be getting selected by the amount of cryptocurrencies which you have staked, but that will be again unjust, because the people who are rich, who have staked more cryptocurrencies, they will be getting more opportunities, right? But if you say that you will be allotted the chance of mining the cryptocurrencies on the basis of how long your stake has been, how long you have been staking the cryptocurrency, that again is a bit unjust. So they have come up with a solution, and it is like allotting a random code. It is like a lottery system in few of the cryptocurrencies, not all of them. All the cryptocurrencies which I just mentioned, like Bezos, Algo, then Cardano, all of these work differently, right? But there's also a pattern in which they select the virtual address randomly, and anybody can be picked up for and allotted that particular work, right? So this is the simplest example that we can understand in this framework and ecosystem of cryptocurrencies, and how staking happens, and what is this POW and POS, and how this is different. So if you got the point, POS will reduce the energy expenditure, it will increase the efficiency, it will increase immutability, it will increase security, and hence if all of this gets increases, it will automatically increase scalability and adoption as well. So proof of stake is something which is the next level of cryptocurrencies, and it will solve most of the problems of mining, which in the conventional proof of work way of doing things. So this is all about staking and POS. I hope this was valuable for you. In case if it was, please make sure that you like, share, subscribe, comment, follow, and show your love in whichever way you feel comfortable with, and be a part of this particular family where we discuss cryptocurrencies in the most and simplest manner possible. Also, if you found it difficult, you can also refer our Hindi podcast, in which we try to make it even simpler in our own mother tongue Hindi. So the links are given in the description The podcast is doing really well. I mean, we are getting good reviews for that podcast. We are making sure that we record in the most easy manner and easy to use manner, and we are covering topics from the cryptocurrency as well as personal finance space in that particular podcast in Hindi. Also, our regular English podcast is going on as usual as well. So, thank you for giving your valuable time and listening till the very end. And